Hey guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are almost at 3K subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because only about 3% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you want to be part of that elite 3% that actually subscribe, hit that button. You guys are the best. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Clique, and today we're going to be looking at the new FinalMouse aim gods and their new mouse. We're just going to be looking at what we know so far. There is going to be a keynote on December 20th where they just do a full unveiling of like everything that they're doing, the game and the mouse presumably, but I kind of just want to make some predictions. I think this would be a fun little video to make, and then also I want to see what you guys think about the mouse, the game, and just also let you guys know what I think about it. And honestly, FinalMouse is a very interesting company. We know they're not, you know, orthodox. They do things their own way. They're very weird in that way. You know, they don't restock their mice. You guys know how I feel about that. I wish they did, but you know, they kind of do their own thing, but they do kill it whenever they do drop a mouse, so gotta give them their respect for that. But anyways, yeah, let's go look at what they have right now and just what they've been posting on their timeline, and then just some of the stuff that they are teasing for their keynote on December the 20th. So their pin tweet right now is their update for the keynote, pretty much just letting people know when it is going to be. Also just telling them, you know, probably going to tell them about the game, the mouse, and it just looks like a little cinematic trailer, not any actual real gameplay, but you know, teasing the mouse at the end. I'm not going to play with the volume because I do not want to get demonetized or, you know, just have any issues with that, but I would definitely recommend watching this on your own time after the video. But from what we know so far, they're teasing that it's going to be revolutionary gameplay, game-changing hardware, and it is going to be a competitive shooter from what I can tell. So one thing that they said right here was, no one has ever blended slow tactical gameplay with pure aim fundamentals. This is aim chess, this is aim gods. So also, everyone at these game studios is about to feel what happens when a free thinker just shifts their entire consciousness. I like the concept and the idea of what he's trying to say. They're making something that is not orthodox, it's not normal, it's not the usual type of thing that we've been getting. I like that. I like thinking of doing completely new, crazy, creative things. But the one thing I am worried about, and something that I do know from just like game development and just like being interested in that, is that it takes a long time to make a game and to polish it, and especially a multiplayer game that is going to have shooting aspects and a lot of different inputs from a lot of different places from a lot of players, all happening real time, super fast. I just really hope that whatever game they launch, it's polished, the gameplay hook is there, you know, it's actually, the mechanics are fun, and they have like a good loop, a good gameplay pull, something that's going to make you want to grind to actually, you know, get to those higher levels or higher ranks and stuff. Well, there will be ranks in the game, and we'll get to that in just a bit, but I like what they're saying here. No problems with that, and pretty much just getting people hype. Totally new gameplay, never before seen. This is a new genre because I'm a free thinker. Everything out of my frontal lobe is universe shifting. It's pure, it's art. What Notch made Minecraft, he made art. It came from the depths of his soul. It was unlike anything else. Boy, if you don't. So yeah, like I like what he's saying. New genre. This is a very bold claim. Not anything out of the ordinary, but it is something that it gets you excited. Even if you're not rooting for them, it is exciting. I think this is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see it, but like I said, I'm very skeptical because I'm not skeptical about their mouse. I'm skeptical about their game because it's just really hard to do this, and I don't know how long they've had this game in the tunnel. Like, I feel like unless they just were really keeping it on the wraps, I feel like they were probably developing this game for probably the past year and a half, maybe 2 years. If you're making a completely new game from the ground up, I feel like it'll take a lot longer than that. But like I said, I have no idea. They could have been making this game for 6, 7, 8 years for all I know. But from what I think, probably like the last 2 years. But we'll see about that. People think Aim Gods is some kind of aim trainer game, are going to be in for a surprise. I made the greatest competitive game of all time.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
This is something that like a lot of people would look as a good thing, but it is concerning to me. Game development, it's really important that you test stuff out. Really have a full, complete understanding of all the games, all its mechanics, iron out as many bugs as possible. 300 billion different combinations of abilities is a good thing. It's also a bad thing because I don't think you literally have to test out every single different combination, but that is a lot of variance and a lot of things can go wrong. But if for some reason, or if they do hold true and the game is polished and it's all good, then that is going to be great. Calling it the greatest competitive game of all time is a very, 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 very bold claim. But I like the confidence, so, you know, they're bringing it. They definitely know how to get people riled up and like how to get people excited for their products or their game now. So give them props for that. It's funny. The Gremlins say they want innovation engineering. They want R&D to push what's possible to change the game. But their rees are so loud they have disoriented themselves. This Christmas, I am Santa Claus and I'm going to save as many as I can. See, this is just funny. Like, whoever runs their social media account is just... The tweets, they have some funny tweets. I gotta be honest. Like, this is good. This is good. See, some of this stuff is just ridiculous. Like, science time, high performance alloys like Starlight 12 reflect RF signals. I honestly don't even know what he's talking about. So we had to design a way for the RF signals to pass through and not get reflected inside a Faraday cage. No gremlin will ever be able to follow us into these deep waters. This is probably something to do with like the materials and like something that I overcome when they were making the mouse. I'll be honest, I don't really know what they're talking about. They could just be complete like BSing right now, but they know it. Like, they're just doing some other stuff. They're on some other stuff right now. Like, they're not even in the same dimension as the rest of us right now. Imagine using plastic still. Wow. So pretty much they're just like, yo, if you're still using plastic. Oh my gosh, they're just like, bro, they're like, get your materials up is what they're saying. Not like Fortnite, but like literally they're just like, bro, you better not be using plastic. You better be using some high quality materials. I'm Mozart and the whole industry is Antonio Salieri. Keep following because you can't free think. They even have in their bio free thinkers. I know that's kind of like their part of their brand. I really like it, but it's also like, I don't know. It definitely is different, and I like that they're not scared to just be completely different. But yeah, no, this is good. This is great. I went into nature and came up with totally new gameplay straight from our artistic soul, how it used to be done. See, I want them, like, I really want the game to be completely different, new. We need that. Everyone knows Battle Royale has been like the main big genre for like the last couple of years. Fortnite, Warzone, PUBG, H1Z1, like we've just had a lot of Battle Royale games, and that's not a bad thing. Obviously there's COD with Cold War and there's Valorant, but for the most part a lot of people have been playing a lot of Battle Royales, and I know they have one tweet where they talk about it. Oh, it's literally the next tweet. I want it to be different. I want this to be unique, and hopefully they do deliver on that. There's not a single good game out there. There's not a single vibe that isn't focused, grouped, and researched to give you a formulaic Battle Royale orgasm every 13.345 seconds. That's very specific. Watch what a free thinker does. I need to see what people are saying about this. I question your marketing team's sanity. No, same here. Like, the stuff they just say is just so random. Like, it's just so random. Is this astrology class? Mans has a big ego. Bro, chill with the tweets and leak the mouse. This is going to be a flop, and I'm gonna love watching it. You're setting the bar way too high. That's what I'm worried about as well. Like, I know I'm not the only one who's skeptical. Like, they are talking the highest of highest. They literally said this is going to be the greatest competitive game of all time. Even like all the games that people consider to be the best games of all time, they're not even saying their game is the best game of all time. And I know it's their job to sell the game, in a sense, to be like, even if the game's not great, they want people to buy it. So they're doing a good job of like getting hype around it, saying crazy stuff, because that's a good way to like get people talking, to just say a bunch of stuff even if it doesn't make the most sense or is the most logical. Okay, let's move on. Battery life of 2 months. Do you feel that? That's me shifting the consciousness. This is also interesting because SteelSeries also had a mouse that they claimed had a battery life of about 2 months with their Aerox 3 wireless, but it turned out that that was in Bluetooth mode. Is this gonna be in like a 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz gaming mode? Because if it actually is 2 months of battery life in that gaming mode, 1000 hertz pulling rate, that's gonna be great. Regardless of all this other stuff, once we can get the battery life to be really high on gaming mice, or something that I personally really am looking forward to, is for all gaming companies to start making complementary charging mouse pads to their wireless mice, so that we never even have to charge our wireless mice, because we'll be using the mouse pad that charges it. So there's a good and a bad side to this. The good side is that, yeah, we won't have to be charging our mice, but the bad side is that to charge our mice, we can only use that mouse pad. So if you want to alternate the type of surface that you're using, like a hard pad or a cloth pad, you're kind of stuck with that one mouse pad if you want it to be charged while you're playing. So it really isn't a bad thing, but it's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, like if Glorious made a mouse pad that charges the Model O wireless,
oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
and Logitech already has something like this with their Power Play mouse pad, but the mouse pad's kind of small, and I also heard the surface isn't that good. But if we can get more companies on board with that and kind of do that, that would be amazing. I just think it's the logical thing to do. Once you already have a wireless mouse, making a mouse pad to charge it, just gonna alleviate that problem. The biggest issue with wireless mice is obviously you have to charge it, and a lot of pros or people who just play competitively won't even want to use a wireless mouse because of the risk that, you know, it'll die during a tournament. And if they have this mouse pad that can charge it, so they know no matter what, it's not going to die while they're playing with it, and they get the added freedom of not having a cord or any cable drag, it's just going to open up the door and really make it awesome. So that's my little 2 cents on that. But yeah, battery life, 2 months, make it happen, make it happen. See, I need to see what people are saying about this. Made by Zeus on Mount Olympus with an essence of starlight in a piece of his forehead. Made by Hades, an essence of starlight in a piece of his forehead. Like, what are y'all talking about? Yes, we're talking about a mouse, right? Yeah, nah, this is wild. All right, here's another interesting thing that they said. Weighs less than the wireless receiver. All the wireless mice that I have, the receivers are extremely light. This is my wireless receiver for my Model O. It's basically just a tiny thumb drive. And then the one for my Aerox 3, this is the one for my Aerox 3 wireless. Again, it's like a thumb drive. I don't know if they're just gonna make the wireless receiver weigh a lot. They don't want people to call them a liar, so they really have to deliver on all the promises they're giving out as far as the ones that like can actually be measured. Just saying it's the greatest competitive game of all time, technically that's more opinion based than actual fact. Does this just mean they're gonna make the receiver weigh a lot? Because from what I know, the wireless mouse is supposed to be 29 grams. Makes the Air 58 feel like a brick. And then this is just them going on a long rant. This is good. We have committed $1 million worth of the new mice to be rewarded to players in season 1 of Aim Gods. This is about to be a Christmas you will never forget. Oh, this was very promising. Rocket Jump Ninja, which is a very good mouse reviewer and just overall reviewer, just got shown the next FinalMouse mice. They are legit the best mice I've ever seen. Not even close. Seriously, can't wait to try them out. They're just beautiful. I'll update with more info when I can. Not sponsored, not for sale, real. Excited. This is someone who I really trust and that like I've been watching their reviews for years. Rocket Jump Ninja. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. But the fact that he pretty much just vouched for them, and I never had an issue with the mouse. Like, I think the mouse is going to be one of the most revolutionary mice that we've seen. Like, they did it with the Air 58. Like, they really did it with the ultralight Cape Town 2. They didn't popularize the honeycomb trend, in my opinion. I feel like Glorious popularized honeycomb mice with the Model O. Even though they weren't the first honeycomb mouse, I know that. But the Air 58 just putting holes in the mouse really just breeded that whole thing. They definitely know how to innovate and to just change up the whole gaming mice scene. So I am excited. PC gaming's about to enter a new age. And also, I'm pretty sure you guys know this. We're going backwards because some of the information, some of like the most important information they didn't have in the more recent stuff. So I don't know if anything has changed since they've been making the mouse or the game. They stopped mentioning the weight of the mouse since August. So hopefully still the same and nothing's changed. In each dimension, the mouse has the same specs. 30 grams, 30 days battery. Notice this is different from what we looked at earlier when they said the mouse had a 2-month battery life of 2 months. So this was more recent. So now they're saying battery life of 2 months. Just about a month or two before that, they were saying only 1 month of battery. 30 days compared to 2 months. So this is actually could be like supporting my theory that there will be a Bluetooth mode that isn't meant for gaming, like similar to how the Aerox 3 has a Bluetooth mode with extended battery life, and then also a gaming mode that is going to be 1 month of battery. $15. Okay, that's good. See, like when you can get it, when you can get the FinalMouse for like what it's actually worth, it's a great mouse. Like performance wise, they know how to make good mice. I will not understand why they don't restock their mice. It just doesn't make sense to me.